and it's a fairly short term. I'm going to make the motion to this board that we appoint the incumbent, which is Ms. Francesca.
Your motion, Supervisor Long, would be to bring an appointment back of who you're saying, who I believe is Joanna.
Correct.
So it's not a discussion. Your motion would be that.
Correct.
So is that your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for discussion, I got to tell you, Supervisor Long, I'm really shocked that you guys are some of the most rude people. My thing, Supervisor Long, and I'm going to do this like publicly because I think it has to be done, but you have speakers come up and you wanted to move to a recruitment, which I think is what it should be, and to have 20 people, and if you're just doing quick math and going through that, I mean, that's the work of a supervisor. You do that work of staff time. You do that time.
Let me answer that back, please.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
I think it's positive to have this dialogue.
in all due respect. So I'm listening to the speakers, but that's not what's driving me. I originally wanted to avoid this entire process, going through all this, because I think we have a qualified person that's already in the job.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be forever. It's going to roll to the next election. So I had made the decision that I'm not going to push this right up front because I didn't have a full board here and I didn't think I'd get the vote, which I didn't get the vote. But in my conscience, I said I need to at least offer this as an option because maybe the rest of the board felt similarly, and the rest of the board thought, hey, we can avoid this for a year and a half, and we can go with somebody that we just talked about 9 months ago, and who was a real serious contender down to the two, and members of this current board right now had said, excellent choice. So that's where I just wrestled with this, and I didn't think I'd get the vote. So I didn't bring it up, and I thought, well, we'll go through recruitment and we can figure out the process through that. But I am interested in saving the county as much money as we can and not having to go through this process again when we already have a qualified person in office, my opinion. So I thought that is exactly why I just thought I have to amend it and at least offer this, and because I don't get to talk to you guys. And I just wanted to poll and see where we are, and we took a vote.
Well, right up front, you made the motion for recruitment.
Well, no,
I mean, that was your first move to make the motion.
but you understood what I just said.
If people in the audience please not respond.
No, so what I said was, we're missing one, please. We're missing one member, and I didn't think that I would get a consensus or a majority vote. So I thought, okay, the recruitment process at least will open this up, and we will consider a number of candidates, and then there'll be room for further discussion, because I didn't think I'd get a vote. And then when I was listening to our speakers and I was thinking about myself, I just said, hey, I have to offer this as an option. So I'm not changing my mind. I will go along with the recruitment process, and obviously that's where we're going to go. So I appreciate the opportunity to weigh in, and that was just my thought process, just to save time, to save a lot of money for our county, and we've got somebody that has the qualifications currently to do the job. So that's all I was offering.
And I appreciate that. And Director Fugate, when we talk about, I'm not asking the question, I'm just saying from the conversations about this, and most of the people are actually salaried, so we're not adding additional. In terms of the recruitment, I mean, I'm not looking, I mean, you're nodding, so I get it. The most important thing is we're not spending a whole bunch of money on some big campaign. We're going to put it out there. We'll reach out to some of the other candidates that we have in the past, letting them know we're reflying it and going from there. So we have a subsequent motion on the board, or originally by Supervisor Long, seconded by myself. We'll take that vote, which is moving to a recruitment process. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
So when he made another motion, he can have both on the table, so he can make a new motion. So he made a motion for another item.
I'll make a new motion for recruitment.
I'll second. All right, so we'll take that again. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. The next, I think we did one for the process you wanted about.
The timeline.
Yes, the timeline. So I'm going to make a motion. And again, I could amend this, but I'm going to make a motion that we post the job tomorrow, have it close on the 20th. On the 21st, we'll have those applicants pared down to a pool of 3 to 5 with interviews and to follow on the 30th with the final appointment made on roughly May 13th.
I would still prefer a shorter open period than I'll say.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Passes 4-0. Now let me ask you one question, Council Armour. If Director Fugit, because I made it for the 30th, did that motion need to say like somewhere around the 30th? Like if for some reason we moved to May 1st, is that a problem?
What Director Dugan had requested in his presentation was that we give some ability to the CEO to move these dates.
Would that be included in my motion?
No, but you can make an additional motion.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make a motion then that we allow the CEO to move those dates as he sees fit within those close parameters of the original motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Now we're going to move on. We have two more motions. One around the minimum qualifications. I'm going to say BA or related managerial or leadership experience, experience in an election or ROE office or working in elections. So because last time we did this, we did that. I'm sorry, that's my motion.
Do you want to include a time of experience, like 4 years or 6 years?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, any of that, that's pretty broad. Let me pause my motion. Because what happened last time is we said the minimum qualifications for the RO, which was 18